Hey guys, welcome back to OverTakes. This is Misfit.
And I'm Kel.
And today we're going to hit you with some news that's going on. I'm going to talk a little bit about the community countdown weekend, I guess they're calling it. It started yesterday, where we have a bunch of stuff, different events, some scrims going on for 2 days. And then we have Anna Paintball and Ash 1v1s and all kinds of fun stuff. And the streamer... It's like the streamer caster match, I guess would be the last thing. At least it's some sort of preseason. It means everything is here.
Right.
And I'm hyped.
This is the pre-week or whatever. So we're going to get some scrims and the fun all-star-like events. So yeah. It's going to be a good time. Then we have one last thing that we did. We are in our fantasy league. We had our draft the other night.
Yeah.
And so we're going to talk about that a little bit, too. And just kind of give you a little preview of...
what it's going to be like to be listening to the channel that wins the league.
Right.
So, everybody get into your Patriots mode.
Because they're here.
Yeah. We got the fucking Pats. Got fucking Jonak, second pick. Anyway. You fuckers ain't going to beat that. Fucking Jonak's an animal. Anyway. But there actually was some news that happened, and some of it is good, and some of it's not too good for a couple of different teams. Well, I guess it could be considered good for one team, because let's just dive into it.
Yeah.
And thanks to everybody for listening and joining us and coming in and doing all the things you do for us. We wouldn't be here without you guys, so thanks a lot. Let's dive in. So, my team, the Mayhem, they finally listened to the throngs of people asking, why the fuck don't you have someone who speaks the language of 3/4 of your team? Well, 3/4. 99% of your team.
Everyone minus Tavik.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone minus the bus driver.
Right.
But yeah, they hired a coach, and one of the players moved to the coaching position. So, SNT, formerly Awesome Guy, is going to be a player coach, and let me pull up the coach's name.
Yeah, so SNT, or formerly Awesome Guy, the artist formerly known as Awesome Guy, is now a player coach, so he's basically taken over the swoosh role, except it's actually like a full title instead of him being forced into it because no one else is going to do it.
Yeah, well, and it's going to help because he does have he knows the guys. He's a player. I like the player coach angle, especially if he's not going to play. You might as well transition him into that.
Right.
And they hired who coached with Lunatic High and Lucky Future Zenith, so they got a decent coach. Yeah, not to be confused with How can I understand if your name is Bob. You have two guys named Bob in the same building.
Right, but you have a guy named and a guy named
anyway, I'm sure they're not calling him in the building. They're calling him Young
Al
Sue
or
Young Sue.
Yeah, the other guy's probably Al or I don't know. It's something else.
That's gonna help. How much so? The guy also does have championship coaching kind of thing. I mean, they're bringing guys in. They brought in Bare Hands from NYXL.
Yeah.
They brought this guy in.
They're making decent moves.
But is it too late?
It's so late. The season starts in less than a week, and you just hired a coach, like 2 coaches. Like, what are you guys doing? You should have done this months ago.
Well, at least SNT has been on the team for a year.
Right.
So at least he has some kind of knowledge of how everybody's in rapport and all that stuff. But
it's I don't know. It might move them up a little bit, but we're not going to see the true effects of this.
I'd say stage 3 or 4.
Yeah, at the very latest or the very earliest stage 2.
Yeah,
and it's going to be the end of stage 2. But yeah, in reality, it's probably not going to be till really stage 3 that they're going to be able to get in there, fully have their system implemented and ready to go.
Yeah, because it's not like they really don't even have any. Some teams switched coaches last year.
Yeah,
but they were in the room, so to speak, when they were playing. So, you have Krusty going to San Francisco, but it was stage 3, but we had matches and we had things to build on and you can go, and I'm sure that they played each other, so he probably could sit in a room and go, if they did this, this, and this, San Francisco, they would have beaten us.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
Yeah, it's... So,
is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's much like their roster. Is it better? Yeah. But really, is it
going to really produce better results?
So
Maybe?
they win the same number of games this year.
Right.
They're
playing less games.
So, yay for that.
It's going to be a higher win percentage, but it's still not going to get you very far.
No, you're not in the playoffs or even sniffing.
Right.
You're just basically getting bashed by the good teams.
You moved up from 18 to 16.
If you're lucky.
That's
your cap.
Right.
That's not like...
Pretty much.
It's not like going, okay, with some of the teams like everybody has in the middle, like, the Hangzhou Spark. Their cap could be anywhere at 5, but they could bottom out at 15.
Right.
Your bottom is 20, and your absolute holy shit, I can't believe this team did this, good for them, cap is at 16.
Yeah. Maybe 15.
And
then, that's going to be a historic collapse from another team.
Yeah, that's going to be like everybody quits DeFran shoots everybody on the Atlanta Reign, and, Taimu goes off and Dallas falls apart, Effect rips somebody's face off.
DeFran and Gator effectively bring down an entire franchise.
Sato gets caught boosting again.
Right.
There's a lot of things to happen. Everybody on the Outlaws performs less than mediocre. Anyway. I had to get one shot in. I had to get one shot in.
And believe me, more shots will be coming once we start talking about our fantasy league.
Oh, God.
And all that when it comes to Houston.
Yeah.
But let's talk about
some of those guys, honestly, on Houston for fantasy... They're not horrible.
No,
picks.
They're really not.
They're gonna be consistent stat people.
The one exception is Jake. Still can't believe somebody took Jake. I know.
That was the last pick, though.
I get it.
I was gonna take Tavik. I was gonna take Tavik, but I actually said, you know what? Maybe we'll get somebody that we can use.
Right.
I don't need an Uber driver.
Right. I don't need a.
If he came here and was driving me around as my chauffeur, sure, I would take him in the last pick, but.
Reggie, the old USC running back who played on the Saints.
Reggie Bush?
Yeah, I'm not going to take Reggie Bush right now. Or like a couple of years ago, even.
That's like taking Darren Sproles.
Yeah.
At this point.
Right. Darren Sproles.
Hey, he might get 4 touches in a game. He might score a touchdown once every...
Matt Asiata.
I used to have this...
Actually, he's going to play in that new league.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that starts today, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Trent Richardson, too.
Oh, my God. He dug up Trent Richardson with the...
Yeah.
Is he working at a gas station somewhere?
Probably. No, he's probably a receptionist at a gym.
Yeah.
That's about all he knows how to do is work out. But it wasn't effective workouts for what he was doing professionally, just, doing chest to be like, yeah, look how ripped I am.
And then can't hit a hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway. Hey, but that was one of the... In that era of your team... That was one of the best moves they made that everyone was like, why the fuck are they getting rid of... Okay.
Yeah,
that's why.
Trading him. Yeah. That was one of the savviest picks anyone ever did. But, we used that pick to draft Johnny Manziel, so...
Oh, and Gilbert.
No, that pick specifically
was him, yeah.
Was Johnny Manziel.
Well, that could have panned out. And is he playing in this league, or is he still in Canada?
He's still in Canada.
He didn't get kicked out.
He ain't getting...
Well, they made weed legal up there for the whole country, so he'll be all right.
He'll be fine, and then, he threw 4 interceptions in his debut. There's only up from there.
Yeah.
We got Baker.
At least
we got Baker now, so everything is fine.
You got the good Johnny Manziel.
Exactly. We got what Johnny Manziel should have been in Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
fuck. I'm seeing all the people that are like all the designs and stuff that are turning Brownie the Elf into Baker.
Yeah.
And I can't think of anything that fits better than that.
Yeah.
Like
putting like that goofy headband thing that he wears on.
Yeah, it's like his face with the headband on the body of Brownie the elf. And it's fucking perfect. So I really I want the Browns to officially like bring that back as like the main
Get rid of
logo.
the dog.
Get rid of the stupid dog. We're not the dog pound anymore.
You guys haven't been the dog pound in 30 years.
Exactly. Like just stop trying to force it. I mean, don't get rid of the dogs that you have because they're adorable.
Yeah.
The one that walks around in the office and then Swagger, you change his name because it's the worst name ever.
For a shitty team, well, at least when they got him.
Yeah, right? Like, hey guys, we're about to go, 1 of 15, here's our new dog, Swagger!
What's...
God, what a joke.
Swagger. Maybe he's what's turning the culture around.
No, it's the other dog. I can't remember what his name is. The one that's actually in the office with with John Dorsey and all of them.
Get the fuck out of my office?
Yeah.
We need a sound clip of that.
Right. We really do.
I need a sound clip. I wish we could.
I wish that could have happened while Hard Knocks was being recorded.
Get the fuck out of my office.
You can't fire me. Get the fuck out of my office. What a joke. How are you going to tell your boss to get the fuck out of your office as you're
If I tell him to get out of my office, he can't fire me.
Right.
That's how smart that guy is.
Hugh Jackson logic right there. Alright, so that was a ridiculous tangent, but
yeah, but so what?
Who cares?
What's going to happen? We're getting warmed up, so we haven't had a good tangent in a while.
Right. Oh yeah. If this is the kind of stuff you guys like, you're going to love our channel. If you don't, well, you're not going to like us.
Yeah.
So, going back to what we were talking about.
Go read the news or something.
Yeah, right. But, so, the community weekend.
Oh, but first
week.
Let's talk about one big thing in the league that happened in the last 2 days.
Yeah.
So, the Dragons are on an upswing. You know, everything's looking good. But
they're looking to get their first win.
Oh God!
All of that. I mean, it is a thing.
It is a thing. All right, it's a thing. I'll accept it as a thing.
They're looking to get a win and just really start off the season on a good note, and then Fearless goes back to China or to Korea.
Yeah, because he's burnt out. I think mentally already. I think they've been doing a lot of work. I think for him though, he's one of those guys that was left over from last year. I think the stress of that, plus the stress of this, I mean, granted, they haven't been doing it for as long. I think he just snapped.
Yeah.
No, there's no telling when he's going to come back either.
There's no telling when he's going to come back. There really isn't all that much information about why he left in the first place. It's just Fearless is back in China for the time being, and that's pretty much all we know. They said
it was more mental health than physical health.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something going on with his family. We don't know.
Right, we're not sure of the whole situation.
I hope
my guess is like
okay.
He will not be back for stage 1 at all.
Yeah.
Maybe stage 2, but even then, that's kind of iffy. I think the soonest he comes back is probably stage 3.
Yeah, if he comes back.
If he comes back at all. Otherwise, fully expect one of the free agent tanks to get picked up very quickly by Shanghai because they need somebody. Because right now they're running with Gigori and Guardian, and they're both off tanks.
Yeah, and that just leaves the question of who plays your main tank.
Right.
Unless one of their DPS guys can pick up off tank or main tank, it's really hard to say. Because, I mean, it's a whole different animal.
My guess is they're going to probably put Guardian on main tank. I don't know all that much about him.
Yeah.
But just knowing the skill set that Gigori has, I don't think you would want to put her
in the Winston Reinhardt.
Yeah, I don't think you'd want to do that.
Because she's a solid Zarya, solid diva.
Right.
Solid enough.
Right.
Which, I mean, we could have saw how good she really was when we had, well, Guardian was probably going to play most of the time anyway. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And not to knock her skill set, he's just better. But without Fearless, a proven main tank above average.
Yeah.
Even for a bad team last year, average to above average.
He just had garbage supports, so he was never alive.
The only other thing you can do is you can run one of those weird comps where you run Wrecking Ball
like a Wrecking Ball Diva
or 3 DPS. But if the other team's running goats, they're just gonna fucking clobber you.
Yeah, they're gonna run right through you.
So I mean, and that also brings into a interesting point of how do you run goats with 2 tanks?
Yeah,
2 tank players,
right?
Because that's where we're starting,
right? But I don't know. It's going to be weird.
I mean, you get a DPS to play Zarya.
They're already going to have one of their DPS playing support. So then you're going to have most likely Dia, I would imagine, will probably play.
You could probably have Dia play a Zarya Wrecking Ball kind of thing. I mean, it's hit
actually,
scan.
You could probably have Dia play, like a Wrecking Ball or a Diva, honestly. Because, I mean, you always hear the talk of Diva is just fat Tracer.
Yeah. Well, she is.
She is.
And he probably, one of these guys is going to have to play, one of them plays Brig.
Right. Yeah.
Did Gaguri play Brig last year?
She might have.
I think her and Dia might have played a little bit.
But if you're running goats, you're going to put Gaguri on
Zarya.
Yeah. Like, if the whole reason she got a spot on the league in the first place is because of her Zarya play, then you're going to put her on Zarya.
But that leaves you in a spot where you're going to have to put...
You're going to have to put somebody on Rhine.
Yeah.
And that's where things are going to get weird. Who's going to play Rhine? Because I think everything else can be figured out, but Reinhardt at this level is just like such another skill set.
Yeah.
That
it's not like ladder.
It's not like anything else either. Like there's literally no other character that you're going to play like Reinhardt, especially at the level that they're playing.
Yeah. And especially if, what these guys have been playing recently.
Yeah.
They've been playing Zarya, or they've been playing Diva, or they've been maybe doing a Roadhog, or you're not getting out of that off-tank area.
Right.
Not even like a Winston kind of thing.
Maybe Winston is the only other one if you're doing...
That might be the only option that they have, is because running Ryan for an off-tank is going to be harder than running a Winston.
Yeah.
You can get a Diva player to transition into a Winston a little bit easier than a Diva Zarya player transitioning into a Reinhardt.
Right. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they work with this. Honestly, they'd probably be best off picking up a main tank anyway, simply
for something like this.
Yeah, for something like this. I mean, you've got even if Fearless was still there, I feel like they should still pick up another tank, probably another support. But hey, whatever, however you want to construct your roster. I mean, this, I don't know.
It's kind of disappointing because I thought they had a promising start. They could have done something.
Yeah, they really could have started off strong, but this is just going to be another...
It's
another big blow to this team, and it's going to...
It's a big blow, but you know what it's going to do to some teams? It's really going to fuck them up, because they're not going to know what to expect.
Yeah, true. It could be good for them.
Yeah.
At least to start.
It's kind of like, it was kind of like last year when they didn't win, but they almost won, and they were running triple tank here and there.
Yeah.
When they had they had Dia playing Roadhog.
Yeah.
And then they had Undead playing McCree or Tracer or something.
Yeah, I think it was Tracer. No, he was playing McCree.
Yeah.
Because I remember some of those plays when Undead would just go off and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, this guy's really good. The rest of this team is absolute garbage.
Like, these 2 DPS are really good, but everyone else is horrible.
Why? Do they have supports? Because they're never alive.
Right. Like, I swear the supports are just like, they're just like walking up to the enemy team spawn being like, hey, you guys won't kill us yet?
Yeah. It's like quick play when you're like, you're going, people are just like, don't care. And you're like, why is our Zenyatta? Never mind. He'll catch up to us in a second because he just ran in face first.
Yeah.
With the Mercy.
Right. Like, oh yeah, they're trying to Jonak and arc it.
Yeah.
But like, they don't put themselves in that horrible position.
They don't go in front of Meko and Mono.
Right. No, they're hiding behind everybody, not in front of everybody.
Yeah. And he's basically shooting you like Widowmaker.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So that's going to be interesting. In their first match, they have the Spark on the first day. So that's going to be...
That's probably a lot.
It was a test to begin with.
Right. But...
The only thing they got in their favor is... Well, I guess I was going to say they all have experience. A few of them have experience.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 of them have experience. Gaguri and Dia.
Right. In
so
the
they're
league,
even in the league, but they have now it's even.
Yeah. Right. True. It's going to be really interesting to see how this all plans out.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for them.
I do too,
because it's like when that team, like in baseball or football, they get that piece. Or they get the pieces, and then a piece you don't expect to, like, you get the quarterback,
right?
And then all of a sudden you're all pro Hall of Fame running back. Well, all right, I'm not. That's touting fearless.
Yeah,
you're getting a key component like your left tackle.
Yeah,
your left tackle breaks his leg and is out for the season.
I'm trying to think of a actual example, and I know there's tons.
I'd say Joe Thomas, but they were garbage last year.
Yeah, you can't. Joe Thomas was not the reason. Him going down was not the only reason they went 0-16.
Actually, I remember Orlando Pace got hurt one year for the Rams back in the late 90s, early 2000s when they were
the greatest show on turf. Yeah.
It was when they had Bulger. It was right after they got rid of... And everyone's like, yeah, they're going to go to Super Bowl. And he got hurt in the first game, and you're just like, no.
Yeah.
That's not happening. Mark Bulger, Stanley fat fucking...
What?
Oh, man, he was... I used to have him on my teams.
I'm trying to... Like, I know there's definitely some examples. Like, the season where AP originally got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
That's very similar. Like, when he had his first injury, because before that dude was indestructible. Then he gets hurt, like, super early in the season, and then that just started just a rolling amount of injuries for that guy, and that team just never was, because that was the first time that they had a team around him that was actually
and a defense and all that stuff
pretty legit, and then he goes down and it's just like, oh, there goes their season, it's over.
Yeah, it's like that. Maybe not the same.
He's not, obviously Fearless is not the same caliber as Adrian Peterson, but
it's the same scenario.
Yeah,
it's and the Vikings hadn't turned the corner since then. They had that year with my quarterback 2 years ago, but that was an aberration.
Yeah, and they beat the Saints on a miracle. Poor Saints.
Yeah, feels bad, man.
Right? Feels
Saints, man. I think that should be the new hashtag for next season.
Feels Saints, man. Yes.
Anytime you get screwed out of something.
Feels Saints, man.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that is a new thing.
So let's talk about the community...
this community event. So it's starting off...
The community countdown. Starting off on the 9th. We're doing this on Saturday morning, early afternoon.
It's like we're recording this a few hours before...
Depending on how fast I can get things out or whatever. It's probably going to be out on Sunday. Let's just go with that.
Community countdown. So Saturday started with...
we're not going to go over like with it's going to be, you got scrims going.
Yeah, so Saturday started out with some scrims. We got Paris and New York, Atlanta and Boston, Toronto and Philly, Washington and San Francisco, and then Florida and Houston. So just like some basic scrims, just some fun things to watch. Some more scrims on Sunday with Dallas and London, Vancouver and LA Gladiators, Guangzhou versus the Valiant, Hangzhou versus Seoul, Chengdu versus Shanghai. So this will be the first chance we're going to get to see Shanghai without their main tank.
Yeah, and we'll see how that goes, yeah.
And it's the first chance we get to see some of these teams, some of the newer teams that we haven't gotten to see play yet.
And just competitive, even though there's scrims, we'll put the scrims in quotes.
Right. It's pretty much preseason.
Yeah, it's a shortened...
right, like every team is going to play one game.
Yeah.
So
first team to win 2 maps, so you're getting a taste.
Right.
Which is, I need a taste right now, because we have got nothing for the last 6 months, right? And I'm just ready to go.
We're just happy to have something that is directly involving the league. So yeah, some really cool stuff. Then the other thing, then on Sunday, not really much else going on, but Monday is kind of where we get some real fun things. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're going to get some all-star-like events. So we got 1v1 Ash.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
1v1 and a paintball, which both of those are going to be super fun. The Ash one, I think, we're going to get to see some new Some new players that we haven't really gotten to see too much of yet.
Which is great.
Which is super fun. And then...
some old favorites, like,
yeah.
you know.
So we get, like, Guard playing Keo, then Pine and Surefour, Danye and Dia, Aelmau.
Why do they do this to me?
And Bunny, Saya Player, and Eileen. This is gonna be a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be I'm hoping that it's around the same fun levels as the Widowmaker 1v1 that we had before.
That was ridiculous.
The Ana paintball, I think, is gonna be really fun too.
Yeah, and we have some players that you might not see much of in the season, actually.
Yeah.
Got Asher versus Moth. I just like the fact that they have it's not just all supports.
Right.
You got some DPS guys and tank mains and things like that. It's kind of neat. So then we got Snillo versus Twilight, Masa versus IDK, Raucous versus Closer, and then Phazix versus Zumba. It's going to be fun.
The one thing that I'm super disappointed about with the Ana paintball is we don't get two of the best Ana players in the world in Jonak and Rouge Hong going at it against each other.
Yeah,
or just not in the tournament at all. You missed your shot, guys. Like, you're going to do an Ana thing, and you don't have two of the best Anas in the world playing against each other? Come on, guys. Or at least in the competition in general.
And if you're not familiar with how they're setting these up, there's no ultimates.
Right.
And the Ash has no dynamite. This is straight up shooting.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like a kind of a Widowmaker-ish with her.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun. And then the Ana paintball, if you never played paintball, all the Ana things are disabled.
Right. It's just one shot. Yeah. Just got to land one shot. Same with the Ash, but it's headshots only.
Yeah.
There's going to be some really
I want to see somebody
moments.
Instead of using the aim down sights, I want to see how many people can do some tricky...
yeah, hip shots.
Hip shots.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're all really good at that, too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Sweet. Who's your money on? Who's your money on the Ash one?
I think with the Ash one... I think it's going to come down to probably Surefour and Saya Player.
I think that could be a viable... I was hoping Effect would be in here, but...
Yeah, right. But actually, the Pine and Surefour and Saya Player versus Eileen, whoever comes out of those two,
that's going to be the... I think so, too.
Yeah.
I don't know, Dia could be a sleeper.
Yeah.
I think Dia could be a sleeper in this.
Danye could be sneaky good in there, too.
Yeah.
But I really do think that it's going to be either... It's going to come down to either... Saya Player or Eileen, or Pine or Surefour.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you're right on with that.
Because if Pine is in that right...
if Pine is in that Pine mode...
Yeah, if he's just in that right mindset and just, like, is able to just click heads, then it could be over real quick.
Hey, didn't Surefour dump him in the...
Yeah.
Oh, this is a revenge match.
Yeah, this is a revenge match.
Yeah.
So,
now we're getting spicy.
Yeah.
I just thought of that. I was like, oh, yeah... Because everyone's like, oh, Pine's going to wipe the floor with him.
No. Oh, no, Surefour won. All of
that was insane, though.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And then the Ana one, I don't know. The Ana one's a little more up in the air.
Yeah, it really is.
Especially
without... Because, like, if you had those other two in there, it would have been between Jonak and Rouge Hong at the end anyway.
Oh, yeah. But in this one, you got a couple of Tracer players in Snillo and Asher.
Yeah.
Then you got a Zumba who's a tank main.
Right.
Off tank.
I think, Closer could be a sneaky good player in this.
Masa?
I think...
Well, maybe not Masa. Twilight?
I think Twilight is really he's probably the favorite.
He plays a lot of Ana, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Twilight, maybe IDK.
Yeah.
That's probably who I would put my money on, is either Twilight or IDK.
I'm kind of leaning towards that, too. I mean, you could get one of these guys like Asher or Snillo just because they have stupid aim.
True.
But it's one shot.
Right. It's that quick one shot.
And if these guys play any Ana at all, but
you're going to have an advantage.
Yeah. Raucous might have an advantage, too, just because he's got to get by Closer, though.
Right. That's going to be tough.
Yeah. And then... let's move on to the next event's going to be on Tuesday. We got 6v6 Capture the Flag, which is going to be insanely good.
Oh, this is going to be hilariously awesome.
Yeah.
We got Atlanta versus Chengdu, then Paris
Let's
versus Guangzhou, Toronto versus Hangzhou, and Washington versus Vancouver.
Is he going to play Torb? Please tell me they put Dufresne and he plays fucking Torb.
Oh my god, yes.
Come on, dude. Let's go, dude. Is everyone going to do that like all year long?
Oh,
Just
yes.
Let's go, dude. Anytime Atlanta comes up, that's all you're going to hear. Let's go, dude. That should be their fucking hashtag. Forget whatever the hell they come up with. It's just let's go, dude.
Let's go, dude.
DOOD, not DUDE.
Dude.
This is going to be fun. This is going to be the one that's going to be off the rails. You know it's going to get weird.
I'm bummed that it's not like a tournament.
Yeah.
But it's still going to get hilariously stupid.
Yeah. Especially some of these teams got the advantage with the tracer player.
Yeah. But I think the teams with the stronger Lucio are going to be the ones
that's true.
That really excel at this.
Vancouver?
Strong Lucio play and Roadhog.
Yeah.
Roadhog is ridiculously strong in CTF. Especially when you pair him along with the Lucio.
Well, because that means you have that fat fucker going 100 miles an hour.
Exactly.
And the maps are going to be Busan Sanctuary in downtown, Lijiang Gardens, the typical ones that you guys are.
Yeah.
The Thailand map and Oasis University, which that's an interesting one. That's the inside one, right?
Yeah. That's the one where you can go down.
Yeah. Ooh, that's going to be kind of...
That's always fun.
That's going to be fun. I never get that one. I always get...
I love that one. That's probably one of my favorite CTF maps in this game.
I usually get... I didn't really play much this year, though.
I didn't really either.
Because it was competitive. I didn't want to dive into competitive. I just didn't feel it.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to fuck around.
Yeah, I've just kind of been in... I've been playing other things right now. Playing a lot of Diablo lately.
Apex Legends.
Apex.
I'm trying to conquer Westeros still.
Yeah.
I've gotten through the Red Wedding.
Nice.
Playing Mountain Blade. I've gotten through the Red Wedding. And I was with the Riverlands, and they didn't capture me, which I thought was weird.
All right.
Because I basically I was hanging out with the Tullys, and we were going around wrecking the Western lands. And
right.
They just let me do what I got to do. And I'm like, all right.
Well,
I'm just
gonna run rampant.
Yeah.
Well, basically, you just turned into the mountain.
Yeah.
Just gonna run around the Riverlands and murder people.
Yeah, pretty much. Me and my party with Braun.
Or the guy that isn't in the show and is in the books and is seriously one of my favorite characters. Crap! Now I can't. Now his name escapes me.
I wonder if it's in my.
It might be.
The Mad Mouse.
No, he's like he speaks with a lisp. And the way that it's written is fucking hilarious. Damn it, what is his name? Now it's gonna bug me. I
gotta look it up.
Cause Vargo Hope, that's his name.
No, they don't have him in that.
Yeah.
I'm playing the show-based one, so he's not in there.
Yeah, so there's this guy, he's Vargo Hope, so when the mountain is out doing his thing in the Riverlands, he also, Tywin also sends out, Vargo Hope and his band of mercenaries to just go and wreak havoc. They're not officially part of his thing, but they are, because they fly his colors and all of that. And just go around and cause chaos and make people bow to him. But Vargo Hope is this crazy mercenary guy who just has this weird band of like mercenaries that goes with him.
Yeah.
But he speaks with a lisp, and he's the one actually that cuts off Jaime's hand.
Oh, okay.
And when he first captures him, he's like, "Hello, King Flyer." And he just like... And then he has... Actually, he's not even the one that cuts it off. He has one of his other guys do it. He has like a random Dothraki guy that is one of his mercenaries.
Just basically...
And he has one of their swords.
The Arak?
Yeah. That's what cuts off Jaime's hand.
That thing is so fucking awesome.
He like pins him down because it happens the same in the show. Like they get caught right after the fight with him and
Robb Stark and the...
No, it's with Jaime and Brienne is the one that...
Oh, yeah.
When they're fighting each other is when he gets captured.
I gotta revisit some of that.
Yeah, I also need to get that new book. I hear
the
other history one.
Unbelievable.
I really want it.
The Fire and Blood?
Yeah. need it real bad.
Actually, the guy who's the lead singer and lead guitar player in the band and the music we use, we work with him, and he has been talking about it for, I'd say about 3 weeks now, about how amazing it is. So,
so let's get to back to this. Yeah, let's get to the last event, which is going to be
hopefully as good as it was the last time.
Yes. So it's the show match, which they kind of did before. It was like casters versus desk. This one is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be some of the casters, some of the desk people, but also some streamers. So it looks like it's like half streamers, half talent. Half talent.
Yeah. Desk and casting talent.
Yeah, on each team. So it's going to be like the away team is going to have, for their streamers, it's going to be Emong, Karq, and Mirage. And then their talent is going to be Zoe, Mr. X, and Puckett. Then on the home team, your streamers are going to be Cowboy B. Bamf, who I've never heard of, but his name is amazing, and I want to watch him now simply because of his name. Fran and Latasia, who is a Korean streamer.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of him before. Obviously, everybody pretty much knows who Fran is at this point.
Yeah. Then Emong and Karq. And
Emong and Karq.
Mirage, even to an extent. I mean, some of the... I watch the Toxic guys because I'm an asshole. Right. So.
But they're...
except for Emong. I watch Emong a lot.
Yeah, I do like Emong. Especially when he's streaming with all the other people. Like when they were doing the Anna thing. When he was streaming with like... What did it say?
Did you see that text?
No.
I cut my cable, and one of the girls at work, I let her use my password. I just got a text that said, "Did you get rid of HBO?" Trying to catch up on Game of Thrones. Oh, that's hilarious.
But then their talent is going to be Hexa, Uber, and Doa.
Which, this will be fun.
Oh, it's going to be so fun. I can't wait. Like, the last one was so funny. Just super fun. I hope that it's going to be, like, open mic and everything it was last time. Because that was the best part. Is just hearing them kind of, like, infighting with each other, but also strategizing. It was amazing. Yeah.
And Zoe's an underrated trash talker. Let's just...
Oh, for sure.
You know, you just think of her as, like, the cool, like...
Like, hey, guys, I'm here with it. And
we're talking with this, and... She can throw some smackdown.
Yeah,
man.
she can.
Which is awesome. Anyway, we'll wrap this part up, and then we're going to talk about what we did last night. All right, guys, that's going to do it for a little weekend edition. And thanks a lot for tuning in wherever you're tuning in, YouTube, the various podcast, whatever, iTunes or Spotify or
yeah.
Anyway, thanks a lot for your support. Thanks for watching, listening. Definitely hit a like, a subscribe if you're on YouTube. Everywhere else, rate us, check us out. Definitely leave comments down here, Twitter, hit us in Discord. Anywhere, you guys, we want to get this, rolling, the talking and all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we got literally days.
Yeah.
And we have stuff going on right now. We will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.
Catch you guys on the next one. Later.